people, CzarThwomp here, and welcome to episode 4 of the SpongeBob movie game. Last time, we made our way through the desert and smashed up Plankton's radio towers, and then we proceeded to slide down a track in a bathtub and smash even more radio towers. So anyways, before we go through the Thug Tug and prove that we are the manliest man to ever man, yeah, we're gonna go into the upgrades menu. We're instead going to go to the time challenge in Rub-a-Dub-Dub, slip slide in the tub. And we're going to knock that out.
You guys took a while going down the slide the last time.
Hey, what can I say? I'm like a tortoise, slow and steady, wins the race, Mindy. Trust me, you spend a night with me, I'm gonna make it go all night long. And then into the morning, and then into the night again. In fact, one time, Squidward, being the party pooper that he was, called the cops. Because in addition to that one time when SpongeBob had to be found for work-related reasons, they were hearing moaning and screaming for an entire 2-day period, and I got arrested for noise complaints. Though I think it may have also been because I was boinking the cop's wife. Hey, I couldn't help it that I am the pinnacle of masculinity.
I like to stop and smell the anemones.
And old tires.
Well, try sliding quickly instead. If you make it under the allotted time, you'll earn a reward.
Okay, so anyways.
Hey, speaking of which, Mindy, there's room for more in this bathtub.
Okay, so anyways, this one right here, this time trial, it's not too bad. You don't have to do any real major tricks or exploits in order to basically get through here. Just go through the slide fast and you'll be good.
Talk about pretty rock formation, Patrick. This one's up to you.
Yeah, you're going to want to take this route because it is faster. It may not look it, but it will shave some time off.
Do it, SpongeBob! Pull the trigger! Pull the trigger, SpongeBob! End his life!
Yeah, basically got that Belgian. Patrick, this is just a random guy who works at Goofy Goober!
SpongeBob, pull the trigger. He forgot the ketchup for my fries, SpongeBob. You know that I will not be trifled with my fries. That's also why I went up to that clanker from Weenie Hut Jr.'s house and I bashed his head in.
Okay, anyways. Yeah, let's just get... No. Also, another good thing, unlike the paddy wagon, your health does not impact how fast and how well you turn, basically, on the slides. So, feel free to take a hit if it will help you out. In fact, there is a slide later on that you need to take a hit on if you want to beat the Macho Time Challenge. For those of you who have played this game, you know the slide. You know the slide. It's the slide that haunts your dreams. Okay, almost there. Okay, I'll take a hit if I need to take a hit. If you fail at any point during a time trial, well, sucks to be you, because basically you're going to have to start all over again. No checkpoints.
Wow, that was fast. Here's your reward as promised. I've got a real challenge for you two.
Whoa, three-legged race?
The menage a trois, though, as I said before, SpongeBob, get in your cuck chair.
Yes, Patrick.
Spelling shuffleboard backwards?
No, rings will appear along this slide. You have a limited time to get through each ring. I'll reward you if you get through every ring.
Yeah, but really, just the macho time challenges. The developers could have taken those out, and these levels would have been made a whole lot more manageable, you know? Because frankly, the ring challenges in and of themselves. I mean, I can understand the ring challenge and the time challenge, basically, because basically they're testing two different skills. The time trial is challenging just how fast you can move, whereas the ring challenge is basically all about precision. Okay, anyways, let's upgrade SpongeBob's health.
One more Krabby Patty with extra magic.
Just because you want to have as much health as you can with SpongeBob. Yeah, that may look like a shortcut, but that's no shortcut. That is bull. I'm going to say that right now. Some of the ring placements can be cruel because basically it's not like, oh, hey, we're going to put this on the slide. No, you have to time your jump perfectly with that. Yeah, though I would say out of the basically out of the 3 slide levels in this game, I would say that this is mid-difficulty, basically, where it's not, where basically, even though it's the first one, it is a moderate difficulty to it.
Talk about pretty rock formation, Patrick. This one's up to you.
Okay, anyways. Yeah, I'm not going to push up. Okay, there we go. Trust me, just even though it may hurt to take a hit, it's worth it if it gets you a ring. Frankly, in my personal opinion, just a ring challenge would have been a lot better for for Bikini Bottom slides than the time challenges that you had to deal with. Especially with how kelp forced was. Seriously, that vine was just absolutely devious. Where I will say the hardest slide in this game to get the macho time on is not as bad as the vine. Yeah, sure, basically that slide will take you a lot more practice to master, but at least there's a method to the madness. It's not like with Kelp Force where basically just Mermaid Man just has this insane time and just you have to really just leap of faith the vine. And all the while, keep trying! Yeah, when it comes to all these slide levels, there are exploits that speedrunners know to just absolutely destroy this. But whenever I try to pull them off, just a good chunk of them, just I feel like I can never do it right, you know? That's why when it comes to speedrunning games, it always fascinates me, you know? Just how they're able to pull off all these mechanics. Just all these breaks. Yeah, don't want to fail right at the end.
Great sliding. Here's your reward.
Yeah, but you know, thinking back to last episode, I cannot but realize that, just like in Bathtubs for Bikini Bottom, I have to have at least
How
one
fast
sound
do you
failure.
Think you can slide?
Does this answer your question?
Okay. Beat the manly time down the slide, and you'll be rewarded.
Did Minnie bother to
Okay,
tell
yeah,
us that
3
the train
minutes
was
and
running
15 seconds. The developers, when they were making these time limits, they were not nice. They were not feeling very generous. They were not feeling nice. And mind you, with some of these macho times, they intend for you to use speedrun strats. This is especially going to be the case in the next level. In the next slide level,
Talk
basically.
about pretty rock formation, Patrick. This one's up to you.
Here comes the pain train.
Yeah, though I think that you can pull it off without having to do any real strats for this one. Just keep moving, don't get hurt, don't die. Yeah, if you die, basically, in the time trials, it's not gonna end the run, but it might as well end the run, considering that basically you'll lose out on precious seconds. And as you saw with that first paddy wagon stage, a second can absolutely just ruin your run if you fail, if you basically miss out.
By the way, Patrick, when was the last time you took a bath?
Go get some.
Anyways, one thing about this level is notice the signs. If you see just red, it's a single jump. If you see red and blue, it's a double jump.
I was after you.
Though that one you can actually get with a single jump. The signs lie. Plank decepts the signs. He said most of them to be truths. 9 truths and a lie.
Did Minnie bother to tell us if the train was still running around here?
Okay, looks like we're doing this one. Yeah, this is just gonna be another time trial episode. Yes, manly challenge. Yeah, we'll work to get another one on standby. That way we can upgrade SpongeBob's next ability right off the bat. But then the next one will basically just... Actually, no. The next one we'll also want to save for Patrick's next ability. Because the game's going to be pretty rapid fire with them. Just going forward. Where every level you get a new ability. It's much more accelerated than what you got in Bathtubs for Bikini Bottom, where basically you started the game, where basically yes, you had 3 or so levels where you just had one move set, and then basically after the boss, boom, you get another one. Yeah, you don't want to push up too often on the control stick.
Hey, a desert. Bottom of the sea.
Yeah, this can feel a little stressful because it's not like just the sequence breaks are that obvious, you know? You make one wrong jump, bang, you're in the death zone.
Did Minnie bother to tell us if the train was still running around here? And that's how we do things.
Yeah, this is gonna be close, but I think we're gonna make it. Yeah, but really, these macho time limits, these macho time challenges, they are not for the faint of heart. One bad move and bang, you're starting again. You're starting all over again. Like this! Ugh! And the timer still goes on the loading screen. Guess what we're doing again? I choked. I'm sorry. Yes, we know about your challenge, your man's challenge in SpongeBob Sliding Hard.
I was after you.
Yeah, you're going to become familiar with the slide. You are going to love the slide. You will love this slide. You will cherish this slide. It will become your friend. It will become your family. Every night you're going to praise this slide for its creation and its existence. It fills all aspects of your world with light. For it is the Rub-a-Dub-Dub in a tub slide. We're going to make a cult around it. The Rub-a-Dub-Dub cult. Spread the word of this level. Fight anyone who declares that this level is not the best in the world. Spread its glory to all corners of the earth. The deep complexities of its design.
Hey, a desert. Bottom of the sea.
Yeah, if only if only the developers of this game knew where Splinters would, what the subject of Splinters and SpongeBob would lead to later on down the line. Yeah, but as you saw, one death, and boom, you are out of the running. Only they would stop the timer. I mean, I get that they want to encourage you to basically to not die on the track, and what better way than by keeping the timer going. But still, that is worse than making you have to restart the entire thing. Because at least when you're restarting it, you're like, okay, I get that I have to start over again. But when you when you give the player a checkpoint, basically, what you're telling them is, hey, here's a little bit of hope. And then basically they try to beat the time and boom, it just take that hope away. Okay, there we go. Yeah, 13 seconds.
You guys rock, as promised.
Screw your token! I had to go through that entire time trial! SpongeBob is not right! He has splinters in his head! Shame on you! Shame on you, you vile temptress with your
In
coins!
everyone's time.
Yeah, and you wasted mine! You know what? I don't care if you're hot! Big Con thought!
What?
Big Con thought!
And then Patrick just rips the clam in half.
Screw it, I'm going home! See you, SpongeBob!
And then Patrick just sandboards back to his rock.
I do what I can.
As do I.
Then how about beating your best time?
No dice, no!
Okay, anyways, let's get going. Bubble blowing baby hunt. And on that note, yes, Patrick has to limber up. Anyways, on that note, I think that now would be a good time to end things off. I really appreciate that you stuck around to watch this episode. You're a great viewer, and I hope you come back for the next one. Like to video, like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever you want with us. See you next time. Bye.